So we need to make sure that we do everything possibly we can to be in good health so that we can have a longer and fruitful life. And people need to understand that they are the master. They've got the power to change whatever they want.
It's the Health in the Real World podcast. It's time to start the show with Chris Janke as your host. Here to give you everything that you need when it comes to fitness strategies. We keep it simple and easy. It's your roadmap to get healthy. You don't need equipment and you don't need a gym. Just the right strategies to get you fit and trim.
Welcome to the Health in the Real World podcast. I'm Chris Janke. I'm here today with Olivier Mankondo. Oliver, how are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you. And yourself?
Excellent. I really appreciate you joining me today. You have a great story as far as how you got yourself healthy. Can you give us a little background about that, about what you've been through with that story?
Yes. My health was not very good at all. I was suffering from a lot of diseases. First of all, my weight was 320 pounds, and I was suffering from high blood pressure. And as people should know, 50% of heart attack and strokes are caused by high blood pressure. And it can create kidney failures, heart failures, and all that. And I remember I spent a day and a half in hospital because my blood pressure was so high. And apart from that, I was suffering from headaches. I had massive headaches every day or every other day. And I had to have some painkillers with me all the time in my wallet because the pain was so bad. I had dandruffs. So for example, when I was combing my hair, you will see all the dandruffs all over the place. And I was suffering from chest pain, back pain. And I remember even I had to take a week off work because the back was killing me. And I had abscesses every week. I had a joint pain and heartburn as well. And especially when I was after having a meal, and especially when it was beans. And as well, I had a lot of problem with my teeth, and nearly every month I had to go to the dentist.
Wow.
And my BMI was above 32, which was 32, which is being obese, basically, because when your BMI is over 30, you are classed as obese. Right. So I was eating all kinds of food, animal product, dairy product, processed food, fast food, junk food, anything. And my eating was really, really bad because even at midnight, I would have my bottle of Coke with biscuit or with cookies and stuff like that.
Wow.
And yeah, I was feeling very tired all the time. And I remember on my work days, I had to drag myself out of bed to go to work. And on my days off, I was sleeping until 1 p.m. in the afternoon.
Oh, wow.
And I remember even at my last work job, because I was working in the basement. And when I was going up the stairs, I was out of breath because I was so big. And I remember my belly was so big that I had problem tying up my lace shoes.
Oh, wow.
And it was like that. And the doctor told me that I would be on medication for the rest of my life. But I don't know for which reason at that time. I told him that I didn't want to take medication for the rest of my life, and I refused. And he told me what I was going to do. I said I'll try to do some sport, and I joined a karate club to try and reduce my blood pressure, but it didn't work. And I remember now in 2016, I was watching a program on YouTube. It was by Indian yogi. His name is Sadhguru. And he was talking about how consciously do we eat. And in this program, he was saying that eating animal product was not designed for the human mechanism. And if we stop with that, we'll be able to stop 70% of all the chronic diseases. And on that day, I decided I would go ahead. It was a Wednesday. And I told to my wife that I would stop eating meat. On Thursday, I went to work. When I came back, I asked her to prepare for me my last meal of meat. And on Friday, I started, and it's been 5 years. I've not had any animal product, any dairy product and stuff. And after that, 4 months into me changing my diet, I went to the doctor, and my blood pressure was gone.
Wow. 4 months?
Yes, 4 months.
Wow,
yeah.
That's incredibly fast.
Yeah. And within 9 months, I lost 77 pounds. and all the chronic diseases that I've had are completely gone. So I don't have any headaches anymore, no joint pain, no heartburns. And for the last 5 years, I've been to the dentist once, but in the past, I was going nearly every month. And for the past 5 years as well, I've not been sick a single day, not even the cold, the flu, the cough, etc. And I've been able to slow down my aging process quite dramatically, because most people, when they see me, they think that I am in my late 20s, but I'm 51.
Oh, wow. That's quite a difference.
Yeah.
So I broke this down a little bit. You said in 9 months, you lost 77 pounds.
Yes.
So I just, I did the math. That's about 8.5 pounds a month, which is right on track. You know, most trainers will tell you that 2 pounds a week, which is what you did on average, is like a realistic goal. And my guess is that you weren't even, I mean, I know you had weight to lose, but you, instead of focusing on the weight loss, it sounds like you really focused on the conscious eating. You went did you go fully vegan or vegetarian or?
No, I went fully vegan.
Fully vegan, no
vegan,
animal
yes.
products whatsoever.
No.
So
Yeah.
it sounds like you focused more on the conscious aspect of eating, you know, first fuel your body properly with the good, healthy food.
Yeah.
Second, you know, only eat when you're hungry, right? Mantras like that. I'm sure your sleep patterns help, you know, regulated a lot and stabilized. And wow, 9 months. So those 77 pounds, was that all the weight you had to lose, or was there a little bit more after that you had to finish up with?
No, because when I like you said, my goal was not to lose weight. It was just to start being in good health, and losing weight was just a byproduct. Right. And I remember when I started that, when I started the first week, I lost 11 pounds on the first week. And after that, I don't know, but it was gradual. It was gradual. And after 9 months, I lost 77 pounds. And for 5 years now, I've been able to keep that off.
Yeah. I've seen with clients that's typically how it works, that the more overweight you are, the faster that you potentially can lose it, right? Like you said, you lost more weight the first week than you did maybe later on. So for people that you talk to, is that the first step that you recommend, like going vegan or close to vegan, or what is the first step that you would recommend to somebody who wants to get healthy?
Yeah, if what I recommend is not that they go fully vegan, because I think for most people that's not a good way to go. Because even for me, the first week that I went vegan, I had massive headaches for 3 days.
Yeah,
I had more cold sore. I had my joints were even more painful. I had more abscesses. So basically, you go through a healing crisis. And most people, when they go through that, they say, no, I can't do that. Maybe my body doesn't want that. So what I try to do is to ask people to just start to reduce what they're doing. For example, if they were eating animal product every day at every meal, maybe I'll ask them to start 5 days a week, and the processed food as well, the dairy products. So I will ask them to go gradually and don't go fully vegan. No, that's not the aim. Yeah,
that makes sense. That healing crisis is something that I've experienced as well. Probably about 10 years ago, I went raw vegan. Actually, I was raw vegan for about a year. And I remember the first week or two, I actually had to, I didn't have to, I chose to eat steak again, because I had the worst headache and I couldn't move. I was just feeling weak. And my dad was having steak at his house, and I said, I'm coming over. And I ate a ton of steak. And so there was sort of like I went vegan, and then I had to come off of it, and then I went back on it. And then after that, I was vegan for a year. And absolutely, that was probably the best health of my life when I was vegan. I wasn't even cooking my food. I was just eating everything raw. It was pretty fantastic. Yeah. So what actually, what I just said is kind of a good segue to my next question. I was going to ask you about, the term falling off the wagon, right? Somebody's getting some momentum going one direction, and then they lose that momentum for whatever reason. Maybe for 3 months they were getting really healthy, and then they decide that they lose their motivation. It's getting too hard, or whatever the reason is. what do you tell the person who does fall off the wagon? Like, what's your pep talk to get them back up?
Yeah. So what I will have to tell them is that no one is perfect, because if you fall off the wagon and you start criticizing yourself and stuff like that, you're not arranging the situation. Basically, I will tell them not to worry too much. If you fall off, the problem is that you need to stand up again, because that's, if you fall off and you stop, then that's not a good thing. What you need to do is you are allowed to fall off, because we are not perfect. And the problem is you just have to stand up and try to concentrate on your goal to see what the benefit you will reap from changing. And you have to try to get up and do that step by step. But the problem is when people want to go as quickly as possible, and then when they fall off, they are really disappointed with themselves. But they need to go step by step. And what they need to do, they need just to do simple adjustments, simple steps, and little by little. They don't have to go very quick, or maybe set some goals that they know that they will not be able to achieve. So you need to set small goals that you can achieve step by step.
Right. I agree 100%. It's really about, what's one thing I can do this week, and keeping it very simple.
Yeah.
That's very easy to accomplish a goal like that. What's one thing I can do this week? And for you, it sounds like you even transitioned. It took you a few days once you decided I'm going vegan, because everything that this man was saying on the YouTube channel resonates with me. And you made that decision, I think you said on Wednesday, and then on Friday was like your last supper.
On Thursday was my last supper, and then
Thursday was your last supper as a meat eater, and then Friday was your first day vegan, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like you were very deliberate, boom, 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 but it wasn't just right like that. So yeah, that's great. Baby steps, right? Baby steps, and we'll definitely finish the race. So Oliver, I wanted to give you a chance to go a little bit bigger picture. I like to close out the show with sort of a motivational speech. So let's say like a university or a corporation hired you to do a motivational talk. What is give like a 1 to 2 minute highlight of that talk? What would you tell people? And this is you can weave in health, but it's really bigger picture, like life advice and strategies and motivation and things like that. What kinds of things would you say in that talk?
Yeah, what I will tell them that when we are born on this earth, the most important thing that we've got is our body. It's our temple, and we've only got one. So we need to make sure that we do everything possibly we can to be in good health, so that we can have a longer and fruitful life. And people need to understand that they are the master. They've got the power to change whatever they want. And if you make the decision and you stick to it, you will be able to do stuff that even you didn't believe that you will be able to do it. So that will be what I will have to tell people. Your health is your wealth. Because even if you've got a lot of money and you are unhealthy, you will spend all that money on medical bills, and that's not the goal. So you need to concentrate on your health first, and the rest will come after.
I've seen that firsthand. I have a client who a couple of years ago told me that he regrets, and I'm not a huge fan of regret because it doesn't get you anywhere other than where you are. But he says that he regretted what he did as a younger person, that he really sacrificed his health to get wealth, and now he has millions of dollars, but he's really not healthy, and he spends thousands of dollars every month on all his different health people. And even then, he's kind of missed his window of opportunity, saying he really regrets that. So, and I definitely agree with you 100%. I would much rather have health than monetary wealth any day of the week. So absolutely. Well, if somebody wants to work or get in touch with you, what's your website, social media? How do people contact?
Yeah, if they want to get in touch with me, they can go to my website, which is oliviermankondo.com. oliviermankondo.com. And over there, they can contact me, because if they want me to speak at the event, because I'm primarily a speaker, And then they can have a look as well at my 8-step weight loss and wellness program, where I teach people how to lose weight and how to reclaim their health. And if they want, they can go as well on Amazon, where I've got my book, which is The Plant-Based Nutrition, How It's Going to Change Your Life. They can get hold of it. Or they can go as well in my YouTube channel, where I share all the knowledge that I know about the plant-based nutrition. That's the place where they can get hold of me.
That's great. It sounds like you have a lot of really great things going on. Well, I want to thank you again, Olivier, right? Is that pronunciation?
Yeah, Olivier.
I was saying Oliver. I apologize. I was saying Oliver Mankondo. Thank you so much for joining me today on Health in the Real World. Hope to stay in touch with you and maybe have you on again as a guest.
Okay, thank you very much for having me, Chris. Thank you.
Thanks for listening to the Health in the Real World show. Make sure to like and subscribe and comment down below. Visit mycorebalance.com to learn more.